Puerto Rico was once Spain's youngest and costliest colony in what was then called the New World. The crown jewel of this tropical island was the city of San Juan. But across the shimmering bay that bears its name lay a lesser settlement, Cataño. Cataño grew and thrived among a verdant marsh. Over the centuries, these lush wetlands shrank while the community expanded. Eventually, heavy industry came.
We have sewage treatment plants, we have incinerators, we have rum plants, power plants, you name it, we have it.
Rosa Hilda Ramos is a Cataño native. After the cancer deaths of both parents in 1990 and evidence of high rates of respiratory illnesses in the area, Rosa Hilda became suspicious of emissions from an oil-burning power plant in her community.
At the time, Cataño was the only area in Puerto Rico that did not meet national air quality criteria. Rosa Hilda was very concerned with the health of the people of Cataño, and she spearheaded a campaign to tackle the all-powerful Puerto Rico Electrical Power Authority.
Rosa Hilda and her organization, Communities United Against Contamination, or CUCO, mobilized neighbors to fight for cleaner air, often by going door to door.
Cuco means boogeyman in Spanish. At first, everybody was so scared to engage in the struggle against pollution. Our adversaries were very rich and powerful. And then we decided that the bad guys should be afraid of us.
Eventually, through pressure aimed at various government agencies, CUCO won a court ruling fining the power plant and requiring it to switch to cleaner fuels. But violations continued, so Rosa Hilda and her group sued the power plant in federal court and won a staggering $7 million settlement. Not done yet, she boldly questioned where the money should go.
Why don't you set aside some money from that fine to do something good for the community? They agreed to set aside $3.4 million to buy land in Ciénaga Cucharillas to restore and manage it properly. So that's a major victory for us.
Las Cucharillas Marsh is a vestige of the original wetland environment in Cataño, but it was fractured as towns, neighborhoods, and industry developed around it.
It's an important wetland. There's endangered plant species. Also, birds from around the world come over here to the secret lagoon.
Es asombroso uno poder encontrar.
It's amazing for one to be able to find a wild area that is like an oasis, especially for the migratory birds within the San Juan metropolitan area. The importance is that they can find a place to rest, drink water, and feed, so that they can continue their route on to South America.
Thanks to Rosa Hilda's efforts, the greater Las Cucharillas Marsh is now being saved and restored. She's also successfully convinced area companies like Bacardi to freely donate acres of marshland for preservation.
Well, the marsh plays a really important role in processing waters that kind of just filter through our cement, our roads, our industrial sites that eventually make their way into the estuary. And Rosa Hilda and the community kind of discovered this little jewel of green in the middle of a lot of concrete, something that was unique for people living in a really urban area.
Rosa Hilda is also dedicated to engaging students early on in the importance of active environmental protection.
The best strategy is to organize young people, because young people will grow up in a couple of years. And also include the elderly people, because they have all the time in the world. They have a very serious attitude toward the problem. They care about their children, their grandchildren, so it's very important. It's a good feeling.
Today, Rosa Hilda and CUCO work to win permanent protection for Las Cucharillas Marsh. For outstanding environmental achievement in islands and island nations, the 2008 Goldman Environmental Prize is awarded to Rosa Hilda Ramos, Cataño, Puerto Rico.